The tools required to install the Polaris RZR 2-door kit: a 3/8 ratchet, a 17mm socket and wrench, a 13mm socket and wrench, a 9/16 socket and wrench, 1/2" socket and wrench, 7/16 socket and wrench, a 5/32 Allen, a 3/16 Allen, a 5/16 Allen, and a T27 Torx bit. Congratulations on your purchase of a quality set of doors. To begin your installation, obviously we need to unpack them from the box they come in. I would grab a friend for this. They are pre-assembled and pre-finished. There is one little bracket that we're going to put on, and we'll lay it all out and we'll do that for you. Package hardware has all the bolts you need for installation, and also the extra tabs that we're going to show you in just a little bit. Open the doors up. They kind of have they'll hold themselves up while you work. The little extra bracket that we were talking about when we were unpacking it, they're asymmetric. One's for the driver's side, one's for the passenger side, and aptly labeled that way. You'll need a 7/16 wrench and a 5/32 Allen wrench to install this. Probably the easiest way to keep everything straight: install your butt head hardware from the back side and install it so the nut is on the outside of the vehicle. Don't spin off your other nut when you put it on. No. Alright, to begin our installation, before we even bring the doors over, we need to remove some hardware from the points on the RZR. So, A-pillar hardware needs to be removed. The factory safety bar, you need to take that out of there. We won't need it anymore. You got doors to keep you from falling out. The Torx trim bolt, about 4 inches in, right in the middle of the door frame. We need to pull that out. And we need to pull in off the forward bolt off the B-pillar mount plate. We got our factory hardware removed in the points that we indicated. It's best to install your door with it closed. Right now, the striker pin is only hand tight, so watch it as it's going in, because we just want to make sure that we shut it successfully without any binding. Like that. Alright, we carry the whole unit over to the machine and gently put it in place. Alright, the first bolt you're going to want to install is the Torx bolt that'll be underneath the seat here in the middle. That's only going to be hand tight. Take it down just enough to hold the door in place for now. We'll move from there to our B-pillar and install that bolt. Again, hand tight. We're going to save tightening everything down until we get to the end. And we move from there up to our A-pillar. And we put in the A-pillar bolts. There's a washer underneath the head of the bolt. The nuts, they go into the factory slot. Alright, now that we got all our hardware in hand tight, we're going to go back to the center Torx. Put a little pressure in with your knee on the bottom of the panel just to get it nice and snug in there. Not so much pressure that you bend the panel, but enough to get it to go in firm. We move on to the B-pillar here. Tighten the factory 17mm bolt. Same deal. Use your chest, your body weight, whatever, to tighten it. Not to push it in all the way. Snug it up. And move up to your A-pillar. Same deal. Alright, last step after all your hardware is tight is to adjust the latch pin. It comes factory, just hand tight from the factory. What we want to do is we want to just kind of shuffle it around until we get like a nice smooth latch without any contact or a lot of deflection of the pin. Once you have that, half-inch bolt or a half-inch ratchet and wrench, tighten it down and you're good to go. Smooth like butter.